Well, in this episode, we're going to look at some of the prototype designs that I could find from every single Skylander game in this episode. So yeah, let's get right into it. Okay, here's what looks like a cursed image of Eruptor, but nope, this is the prototype design of Eruptor. He had sharp teeth, which makes him look really weird, and he had a molten bottom. I guess that was supposed to be the original design of the lava base. I don't really know. But yeah, I actually kind of like it that there's no green thing at the bottom, it's just lava. It makes it look a lot more real. But other than that, his figure looks mostly the same except his weird mouth. Here's the original portal design, which looks a lot different. I'm kind of glad they went with the other portal design. And there we go, that's Spyro, which actually looks like he has an earth design, but it's really probably just a prototype, so that bottom doesn't really mean that much, I don't think. Here we got a Sonic Boom who looks orange at one part, as you can see, and there's actually a prototype design of Ghost Roaster with his hands up, which looks kind of cool. And then there's another Sonic Boom, which is just mostly blue. So yeah, that's kind of cool. I kind of like the Ghost Roaster design of him holding his hands up like that more than the other Ghost Roaster design, but that might have just been too scary for a kid's game. You can also see the very bottom that looks like Boomer, who looks like an ugly troll. Obviously, we got the boys right here, I was about to say the Terra Pogs, because that's what they look like with their mouths open like that. But no, these are Terra Fins. I actually like every single design more than the one they went with. It seems like that for a lot of Skylanders. I like their other designs, and they just didn't go with them, which is kind of disappointing. Here, the original 5 boys. We got Bash. We got Ghost Roaster. We got, I'm just going to call that Red Spyro, Tarklops, and we also got Boomer. And yeah, they eventually did not go Tarklops, and that's obviously the design of Spyro right there in the middle. So, poor Tarklops, one of the only 5 that didn't get into the game. Yeah, Hugo was supposed to be a Skylander. That's interesting. Here is also Video, which was, I think, the first original design of Camo. So here you go. By the way, that is the music in Treetops that you're hearing, which eventually actually goes to Quicksilver Vault. I did not put Quicksilver Vault music underneath that video. I think they're just going to go with that music for Treetops first, actually, which is kind of weird, actually. I'm actually going to show you 2 prototype designs of the Bouncer right here. It looks like it was actually supposed to be Chaos. I mean, he looks like Chaos in this. He kind of does look like what would later become the Arcane version of Chaos. In the next picture, we actually got the toy design. It looks like this one actually kind of went far into development. And again, another one. I'm sad they didn't go with this design. I like this design better. Don't know why they went with the other one. Now, you're going to see for Giants that I actually didn't find a lot. I thought I'd find more, but obviously we have Kripken right here. If you guys didn't know, was originally supposed to be a magic giant. He actually has, it looks like Skylander symbols on his sword, which does look pretty dang cool, actually. It is kind of weird that they were going to go with a skeleton as a magic giant, but I can dig it. I wish they went with him over Ninjini. Here we got just a couple of the Skylanders and their prototype designs. Obviously, you can see T-Rex, Swarm, Ninjini's actually in a different pose, and so is Bouncer, and Thumbpack, a pose that I like better than the one they went with. Why do they keep doing this? And here's the main man himself, T-Rex. So the original part where you can see where his hand was all red and yellow spikes, that was supposed to be a club originally. And I don't know if I like the design better than the one they eventually went with, but this design does look pretty dang cool too. I would be okay if this was the design they went with T-Rex. It does look pretty cool. As you can see, more prototype designs. This one is of Hothead. I like this design better than the one they went with. Also, here's the prototype design of Snapshot when he was supposed to be in Giants. It looks like they were gonna go with a Life Skylander as just a Cyclops, not whatever Shroom Boom is. And it also looks like the Weapons Master, I think that's what his name was in Skylanders Spyro's Adventure, was gonna be a Skylander too. So that's pretty interesting. Also, because of the lack of Giants prototypes I could find, here's a cursed image of a T-Rex. So yeah, there you go. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I could not find a lot of things to swap for. So here's all I could find. So here's a prototype design of Magnet Charge. He kind of just has his hands out like that. So that's kind of cool. We got a concept art for a place called the Rusty Bass. This is probably going to be in that swamp level. Never really saw it though, but it kind of looks pretty cool. You can actually see this is a level design called Strata that was going to be in Swap Force, I'm guessing, that they never went with. It honestly looks pretty cool. It kind of looks like what Motley Town probably ended up becoming, but this also looks like a pretty cool level that sadly never got used. And here is a prototype design of Star Strike, and that's it. That's all that's on Swap Force. I looked for the longest time. I could not find anything for Swap Force. There's probably more stuff out there, but yeah, couldn't find anything. Alright, let's get right into Trap Team. So here, obviously, we have early sketches of Chopper. Now, this isn't the only picture we have of him. We have this one where he looks like he might have actually been a full-size dinosaur. It looks like he was going to be a T-Rex with legs and everything, and just have a machine gun on top of him, which would have been really cool, actually. So, kind of sad we don't get to see this design of him, but I do like Chopper in his regular form too. Right here, we got, it says on the top, early Chef Pepper Jack concept design. So, A is like a little, like, it looks like a piece of goop. And B also does too, and C does well. D, we have a reptile, actually, who's a chef. Then we got a pork. Then we got another glob. Another, like, maybe froggish for G. H, we got another blob. I, we got an even bigger pig. I have no idea what the heck J is. I think K is supposed to be a frog again. L kind of looks like a frog too. M looks like more of a reptile design. And then K and O are chickens inside of pots, and then finally P, I think this is the last design they went with, is another pig. So they never even wanted to make him a pepper at first, just a pig or reptile, which is kind of cool actually. Right here we got pirate designs, the designs that are going to go with the pirates. It looks like actually at the top that Bombshell was going to be like a fuse of him and Brawlrus. That's what he looked like at first, which looks really weird, and I'm glad they went with the Bombshell design they went with later on. It also looks like there's going to have some Brawlruses with spears. It looks like they're going to have a more lizardy design for some of the bad guys. It looks like one of them we're going to have tentacles for hair. It looks like one of them had like a giant shell over them. Maybe they would attack with that. One of them looked like they were going to throw starfish. One of them looked like a fish that had like a tail. Then we got swordfish design pirates, which they never actually went with. Also crab designs, those look really cool as well. Never went with those either. Also anglerfishes, they never went with that either. And my personal favorite, the pufferfish. Sadly, they never went with that design either. So kind of sad they didn't go with the pufferfish. I would have liked to see that. Then we got the Gulper, and oh my god, is this a freak show? What is this? We got designs of him just all over the place. These are some cool designs. These are all so weird. You can kind of see at M they started going with what would later become Gulper, but yeah, these look really weird. The first thing I'll show from Superchargers is this actually 55-second video of just a prototype level they had just to test out Skylanders and stuff like that. Never made it into full game, which I'm actually kind of sad about because it's a pretty cool level design, so here you go.
Level up. Full tank. Looks like we got some sort of malfunction going on here.
Here's a prototype design, I'm guessing of Spitfire, where he's just all black. I'm pretty sure this is just him without color. He kind of looks cool though, just being all black though, if I'm being quite honest. Here we got a couple pictures of Bowser going through transformations, obviously without his color. Then the next one looks like just a smaller version of him, and the next one's just the next two are actually just the regular versions of Bowser, and then Dark Bowser. In this picture, we got obviously Donkey Kong on the right, just without his color, and then we also have a Donkey Kong T-posing. I didn't know they made Skylander designs where they were just T-posing. Maybe just to see if they can actually make the Skylander design in the first place. I'm not really sure. right here we got just a prototype design of High Volt. It actually looks like he was supposed to be a light element looking at his bottom, because yeah, he was supposed to be a light element, I guess. Kind of weird, but yeah, so he was supposed to be a light element. That's kind of cool. Next, we obviously got a design of Diveclops, which his first two were just not even a Clops. Even it wasn't Diveclops, it was like Dive Fish, because he was supposed to be a fish in there, kind of like the guy from not Despicable Me, I'm sorry, Megamind. So he looks kind of cool in these different forms, though. So yeah. The next two images are actually going to be prototypes of Smash It. If you guys didn't know, Smash It was actually supposed to be a life Skylander at first, and then they changed him over to a Earth design, but he looked kind of more like a dinosaur, and then they went with his first design as like a marsupial. Right here, we just got a couple pictures of prototype designs of Spitfire, where he was just in different poses, and these poses looks actually kind of cool. I'm kind of sad they actually went with his other one where he's just kind of standing there. These look way better, I think. Next, we got a prototype design of what appears to be Nightfall, which I actually had to look up for a second because I forgot the name. But yeah, her bigger form looks like the one we're used to, but the other one looks like she was like a police officer of like the sea or something. Kind of cool. Next, we got Splat, and it looks like she was actually going to be a dark element at first. What it looks like, I'm not for sure, but then they went for magic. She just looks darker in this. Not really anything different about it, though. Next, we got Stormblade, which at first was life, it looks like. Then they turned her to dark. So, yeah, she was supposed to be life, it looks like, at first because of her bottom. And then they changed it again. And then they changed it to where she straight up looks like a dark Skylander. I mean, she has the dark element on the bottom of her. So, I guess they just changed it to air last minute. I'm not sure, but she kind of looks cool in the dark element form. And on the bottom, you can obviously see, we've already seen the Strata from Superchargers, but here's Clutch from Superchargers. I mean, the top one is Swap Force, the bottom one is Superchargers. And I guess this is a scrapped level. I'm not sure. Don't remember any level named Clutch. This looks like Monstrous Isles, though. Alright, so as you can see here, we actually have some of the prototype designs for some of the villains that we've fight. Obviously, the Imaginators, the Doomlanders, and it looks like the Swashbuckler was originally going to be a sorcerer, and it looks like the eyeball guy, I forgot his name, was also going to be a Smasher, kind of looks like, and the Smasher Doomlander still looks like a Smasher Doomlander. The Quickshot Doomlander still looks like a Quickshot Doomlander, and the Bazooka Doomlander kind of looks like a Brawler because she does not have her bazooka with her, as well as the Ninja Doomlander does not have his ninja swords with him. So this is pretty cool. Yeah. This could have been Crash in Skylanders. This is what is a prototype design I found. Definitely not pretty. Here's a bunch of Kingpin older designs you can see right here. It looked like at first he was just going to be like a little sphere dude, which he looks kind of cute right there. Then they started going with, you know, the big like metal things on his arms. He didn't have a helmet on him though. Then they went with a kind of a necklace on him. Then they just made him more stocky and beefy. And then they kind of actually looked like had the basic Kingpin design, both no helmet. Then they chose, you know, a couple of helmet designs, and then they're choosing a couple of designs that they were gonna put his stance in, and then they finally went with the Kingpin right there. So there you go. That's the evolution of Kingpin. Also, right here we have it looks like a GIF or GIF image of Heartbreaker Buckshot. Don't know kind of where this came from, but yep, that's him in the game files of him just pouncing around. So there you go. Well, guys, if you guys have enjoyed this video, me looking at some of the prototype designs that they would have originally gone with the Skylanders. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video of looking at the prototype designs of Skylanders, and thank you guys for watching.